Hello everybody, welcome back to the JR Hacker channel, and this is JR Hacker aka J Christ aka JR Hacker, and today we are going to be doing an installation, setup, and deployment of a SIEM known as Wazuh. And as you can see over here, I went ahead and set some up just so I could test and make sure I knew what I was doing. And basically what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you all how I went through that process, how easy and simple it was, and some of the really cool features of it that I've actually not even got to look at it yet, because last night after I set up the server, I was like, whoa, this is going to make a really good video. And so I haven't deployed it on an endpoint yet. But what we're going to do right now is I'm going to walk you guys real quickly through that setup, and then we're going to deploy it on an endpoint. And if we have time, deploy some malware and see what it turns into. And with that being said, we will go ahead and jump in. But actually, no, before that, as you noticed, or as you've not noticed yet, I am wearing the JR Hacker logo wine shirt that I had custom made. I'm pretty excited about it. It looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. It's just cool. I have my own little logo on it. I don't really know if you guys are able to see that well, but I'll go ahead and put a picture here, put a picture, maybe link it in the description, put it on LinkedIn, something like that. But you guys will definitely be able to see that. Let me know if you'd be interested in ordering one. And with that out of the way, anything else? John Hammond video. Unfortunately, we had to push it back from Friday, September 9th to we are actually going to do it Monday, so September 11th to 12th. We're going to put that video together and get it ready for y'all, and I think you guys will really like it. We'll have a lot of fun. So with that being said, let's actually jump right in. And to do this best, so as you see, organization important. To show you guys sort of how the setup goes, I'm going to go ahead and let's make a clone from one of these snapshots I have of this. I took a lot of Wazuh. We'll learn how to pronounce that hopefully at some point. Okay, so let's go here. Let's go here. No, I don't want to restore. No, I want to clone. Sorry about this, guys. There we go. So I'm going to clone, and then I can pick existing snapshot. Boom. There we go. It was one of those things to where there were a handful of, I'm just going to stick that there for now. Normally I move it around, but it's fine there. I'm going to go remove it afterwards anyway. But what was I saying? It's oh yeah, there were, so this is on a Ubuntu machine. That's what I'm going to use as my server instead of Windows. Just again, getting better every day, learning, playing with things. And there were a few different tools and packages I had to install. I went ahead and made my directory. Got a little organized. I actually pushed it to Git. I won't do that here, but I'm hoping my notes page and stuff are still here to start. But if not, that's okay. And either way, we will get it figured out. Have a good time doing so. So this just got done. Cloning, it looks like. Waiting. Right, have fun. This is technology right here. Cool. So that is done. Where did it go? There it is. So let's go ahead. Boom, and let's power this baby on. Okay, we're rolling. We are rolling. And so with that being said, I've already got all this set up. And definitely let me know if y'all would be interested in doing a Ubuntu setup or Windows setups, however, because see, I've got my base setups over here now. That way I can just clone and copy them, and it's just kind of really easy to get up and running. And let me know if y'all would ever be interested in that, and I can definitely do so, and we can figure that out together. But with that being said, let's go ahead and rock and roll here. Let's look up Wazuh server installation. Actually, let's go ahead and do that just for practice. Installing Wazuh. All right, so installation guide. Wazuh. Huzah for Wazuh. That's what I'm naming the blog post. That's rolls off the tongue real well. All right, so been a little bit slow today. That's fine. But with that being said, so again, documentation on this is great. So great. But first off, let's go back a little bit. What is Wazuh? What is Wazuh? It is a SIEM, so a security, incident, and event management software application that's basically you're going to deploy. It's going to show you here, and it calls it these central components right here in the middle of the screen. But you're going to deploy the dashboard installer, server, and an indexer. And basically, once that's on your server, you can deploy the end agents on individual machines. And yeah, and then it'll, it uses the Windows logs, a couple other things, and combines all that data and gives you some really good security information. So that being said, again, installation instructions on here are great. Feel free, the blog post I'm going to link this video to, and link the other way around, link the blog post to the video description. It's going to go in a little bit more in depth on what a SIEM is and what Wazuh was. I can't figure out. I don't want to say that on what Wazuh is, but anyway, I won't get into that here because I'm trying to keep these videos a little bit shorter. So let's go ahead and walk through this install. First things first, we are going to install the indexer because that is the first step. And we want the installation assistant because that's going to make our lives a whole lot easier. I didn't even attempt it the other way. This looked really good and easy, so I went ahead and grabbed it. And basically, we're going to curl these two things. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. And that was part of there were some commands that your Ubuntu machine does not come with that I wanted on here. And that's why I went ahead and created this machine and got that snapshot there before I actually started the actual installation. And with that being said, we are in our Wazuh directory. Our Wazuh directory. This is a tough video for y'all to get through. I apologize. And let's go ahead and we're going to curl that command right there. Boop. Let's grab that. Let's paste that here. Yep, everything looks good. Cool. Yeah, and I did notice for me, it was not being quick. Actually, let me see. I think I may have. You do want to set your. Did it grab it? I think it may have grabbed it. Make sure that you have your network set. Okay. But what you want to do is you want to go in here and set it statically to, honestly, I just used the IP it gave me at first because we're going to do some things to where we've got to set up the IP address and name of where the server is going to be and things like that. Again, we're just going to cancel that for now. I just want to make sure it was on auto so we're getting whatever the best speed we can. Next up, we are going to curl this other document, this config.yaml. I think that's what that is. Edit the config.yaml. It doesn't call it anywhere. Basically, so what we're going to do is we're grabbing curl is a command, and I think I did actually have to install that tool process. But curl is a command that's going to pull this document, this config.yaml, from this location. And so basically, before where there was just this, now we also have the config.yaml. And with that being said, the next step, we've grabbed those documents. Cool. The next step, edit the config.yaml. Another thing I did was install Sublime because you guys know me. I love Sublime. And there we can see that if we follow these steps, so we're going to replace. So I actually left the names the same just to make it really easy. And whenever you set this IP as, make sure you statically set it via your virtual machine. In the settings, the quick steps to that settings, setting button there, change it to manual, set the same IP that you're going to use there, use the DNS as, just use Google 8.8.8, and this is where your networking skills are going to come into play. Your IP address, your net mask is most likely 255.255.255.0. It may not be, but lastly, your gateway is most likely, say if your IP is this, your gateway is most likely 192.168.10.1. If it's not, I hope you know what it is. There are ways you can find it. You can run the command IPA on Ubuntu, and you can get that information. And right here on ES33, it gives us that /24, which is 255.255.255.0. And it doesn't look like it's giving us our gateway. There is a way we can track that, though, if we trace route something 8.8.8.8 let me just use the whole word. Put any there. Oh, okay, that's annoying. But basically, there are ways you can find it. But again, your gateway is most likely your networking part of your address, which is most likely going to be those first three numbers, and then just change the last one to .1. Again, that's always most likely, but it's a safe bet. Or you can leave the gateway on automatic, and it should pick it up. Finger guns. So anyway, change that IP to whatever you have it set as on all three of those spots, because personally, I installed all three on this machine. So with that being said, I actually, looking here, don't even know. So basically what happens here is we run through it, but it's literally super easy. Just run these commands. Download the Wazuh. We've already downloaded the assistant up above here. We download the assistant wazuh-install.sh, and it's going to try to have us grab it here again. You don't even have to do it. Just go down here, copy the command it gives you, leave node 1 the same, but it's going to pick up the Wazuh-index or IP address from that config.yaml, and I don't want to set that because I don't want to mess it. I don't want it to mess with the current configuration I have on my other machine. But again, grab that. You know what? Let's just do it. You know what? I'll make my IP different. We should be rocking and rolling. Actually, that should be completely fine. So let's grab that. Let's set this as our boom, and then see this is going to be 255.255.255.0. Then my gateway is going to be 192.168.10.1. See, you just change that last digit to .1. DNS automatic, cool. Routes automatic, cool. Let's apply this, and let's just test something. I always Google Batman. I test something. Cool. So that's working. So let's rock and roll with this. You know, why not commit to it? Why stinging not? Did I close my command line? I did. What a classic Jake move. So we're here. Let's go back to CD. All right, let's go so config.yaml. Let's go. And we can just paste that in. Create. Let's undo that because I don't like what it did there. There we go. Okay, so now let's paste that in properly. Why is pasting sometimes the hardest part? And this is only, so the part below this is only if you're going to have two nodes, which you can. There's reasons for it. I'm not going to get into that because honestly, I don't understand it. I'm not going to explain it well, but you know, you can if you need to. So anyway, it's that easy. And this also makes it to where, and you can use CTRL-S in order to save it, but this also makes it easy to, because all of the names are going to be the same, and so you can really just copy a bunch of these next few commands. And so with that being said, we're going to generate some config files, which we need to do, obviously. So let's go ahead and generate those. Actually, can you all see? There we go. I'm sorry if y'all couldn't see that. Hopefully this is better. It does have to be run as sudo, so just be aware. So you can go up, hit Control-A to go to the beginning of the command line. I know when I did it myself personally, I had to do that several times, so figured I'd show you all how to do that now. It's going to make you put in your password, I think, just this one time. I hope it doesn't make me do it multiple times. But the reason I did use a pretty complex password on this is I think I'm going to honestly use it quite a bit, and not just to test with. I think I will sort of use it as a personal SIM for me on my machines, as long as everything goes well. We'll see. But that's what I would like to do. So anyway, all right. So we got all that stuff that I needed to do. Cool. So this last step right here, copy the install files.tar to all servers. We have to do that because we only got this one. So that being said, we've already downloaded the Wazuh installation assistant right here. Wazuh dash. I will pronounce this. I will try so hard. to pronounce it the same way instead of changing it up every time. But anyway, we grabbed that file. It's right there already in part 2, step 1. So we can already go down to step 2. We can leave this the same because we left our name. I can show you all this. Let me get that copy. I can show you all this here. We left the names the same. So that being said, you can go here. You can paste that in. That's ugly. I don't know why I got that. Well, and that's a good opportunity because we have to throw sudo up here anyway. And then we can just hop to the end. There's a command for that. I just forgot it. Don't judge me. And yeah, so anyway, it's going to get that. Let's go ahead and go down here and grab the next command, which is going to be, it wants to start our cluster. Again, it's really easy with this installation assistant, guys. You just run the commands it tells you to run when you need to run it. Oh, there it comes. I actually don't know how long this will take. I may, yeah, we're really, guys, all we're going to walk through is literally running the bash wazuh installer.sh with different variations at the end. Like I said, first here is the indexer. Next up, we're going to start the cluster. Then we're just going to continue down to the server and dashboard. And then we're going to deploy it. Let's, we can look at these next steps. I really just do, if I remember right, it's that simple. So the indexer, see, we've already got this. We've already done that. We've already done the certificates creation. So all we have to do is come down here. Oh, that's still on the indexer. I'm sorry. So that's the indexer we just did. Up next, we're on the server. And again, that's going to be pretty easy. We're going to go to the installation assistant. We've already got the install.sh. So we're going to run this with this right here. We leave the name the same. We don't even have to change it, and that's it. Let me see if that's done running and we can do it. It's not yet. I don't want it. I don't want to just waste time doing that. You know what? Actually, yeah, we're just not going to. I've already run through these steps. Again, once you've done that and got those curl commands, they're really just as easy as running this repeatedly. And so we've done the indexer first. That was starting the cluster and doing one other thing. What was it? Well, first it was running the dash indexer node 1. And then up next will be the server. So installation assistant here, boom, it gives us that exact syntax we need. Lastly is the dashboard, but again, we run that, and then it spits out this information for us. Just copy that information into a Sublime text, and I mean, it's that easy. It tells you how to open it, how to access it. Then you just go to the server IP it tells you, and yeah, I mean, honestly, let's just kill this machine. I mean, I just don't, there's no need to waste time on it necessarily. So let's go ahead and delete this because I will forget. Yes, delete that. All right, so here's the actual server that I set up last night, and I will show you all the information we need. All right, and so here's what I want to use as the endpoint. I actually need to, to revert this back to where I started because something messed up last time I did it. Yeah, I am. I'm going to revert this back. But while that is booting up, I can at least get logged in here. Oh, lovely. It's almost done. I can go ahead and show you guys what it sort of looks like once I get done. Excuse me. Actually, let me take a pause here. I think my roommate just walked in. I'll be right back. All right, everybody, I'm back. False alarm. It's just the UPS man, and yeah, I went ahead and I reset my Windows 10 endpoint because I don't remember if I mentioned this earlier on in the video, but I couldn't get the agent to install properly. So I went ahead and just reset it to my, I wonder if it'll even still show up here, snapshots. Yeah, fresh setup. So fresh, good. It should have nothing on it. And yeah, so this right here, this is what your directory ends up being minus the README. I put the README here because I've actually got this stored on my GitHub. And if you go to the git ignore, there we go. The .git ignore, we can sublime some notes I have and get ready me editing this video here in a second because you're gonna have to blur some of this data out. And yeah, so right here is what it looks like when it gives you your password and that information and also your IP address. So if we actually go to that IP right now, I believe I actually have it saved, but we will see. So anyway, you saw the setup, and when you do that last step, it spits out just like it said in the installation guide. It spits out this exact, oh, sorry, that's just notes, this exact line right here. And again, even in my notes, I said curl 3 needed items, set the nodes and IPs appropriately. I left the names as they were, and I set IPs as my Ubuntu machine. Made sure that was static. And then I followed the instructions, and it was super duper easy. So we're here. We're going to put in the IP that it gave us, and look at it go. And I believe my last pass is logged in. I don't want to mess with it, so I'm just going to grab this password from my notes. Me editing this, good luck. I actually just may end up changing the password after this video. And yeah, we're rocking and rolling. So here it goes. It's checking version, connection, everything like that. And so we are going to add an agent. I actually may first see if I can add this. I probably can't add this as an agent. I don't even know if I want to do that. That's fine. I don't care about you LastPass. So it is on Windows. That's our server address. Let's just leave that as a default group. Okay. So we're going to have to run this command. That is fine. Actually, let's do it in PowerShell because it's using some, and run as administrator. Yes. Let's see if this works. All right, so it's writing our bytes. Let's go ahead and grab, that's just going to start the service there for us. Each one is command on Windows PowerShell terminal. Cool. All right, it's rocking and rolling, rocking and rolling. All right, we are set up and we are running. Sorry about that. Just wanted to check my messages real quick. All right, let's see if we can start it. Heyo! I know other steps I have to do. I know other steps I have to do. Interesting. Is it that easy? Agents? Oh, yes, baby. That is super easy. I must have did something wrong last time because I did. It wouldn't work. And anyway, let's I want to get some malware. What's the easiest way? What's my okay, there's gotta be a different web browser on here. If not, that is super annoying. Are you not even gonna put Edge here? Oh, that's goofy. That is just silly, silly, silly. Because that's not updated. That's not. Here we go. Now it's going to prompt me. Maybe I should do this in my base setup. Alright, yeah, that is fine. That is cool. Windows 10, please. Accept download, whatever, yada yada. Run. Come on, come on. I'm sorry about this. People watching the video, my apologies. I was not as prepared as I thought I was, but everything else has been going really quick. So, this will make up for it while it is being done. Wonder what information we're using there. It's just the IP address. It's also just local, which is good to know. So this isn't our outside address, which may be, so it's got to be on my network. That's good to know. Didn't set up any new groups because, again, we're just kind of using a test dummy here. But yeah, so that's installing. I don't care about you right now. LastPass. I want to do things. Oh, wow. So this does some cool things. It's got no vulnerabilities because I'm pretty sure it's up to date. That's where I can check if there's events. A sweet chart. What am I not in compliance of? Interesting. I don't have any SCA scans. I don't know what those are. Persistence. Wow. Oh, those are cool. That's cool. So this is like things you could change or fix according to the MITRE framework, which I need to learn more about. It's actually one of the talks I went to, and I learned about this at the Show Me IT Summit here in Columbia. Okay, I just done downloading over here. Continue without this data. Always uncheck those boxes, guys. Because screw them. That's why. I'm just kidding. What am I doing here? What is my GitHub? Shameless plug. Go to my blog if you haven't been there yet. Here we go. Virusshare.com. That's the site I'm looking for. www.virusshare.com. Oh, it's gonna want me to log in. All right, pause video here. Let me get my information. I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm back. So the turrets won't download in here. Maybe because of Windows Firewall. Maybe because of whatever else. But anyway, yeah. So that won't work. So anyway, I have downloaded just this one that is currently on the home screen of virusshare.com, and it does work. But watch this. This is actually pretty cool. So I extract it and watch. So Windows Defender is going to find that threat, and it's going to pull this. And it was really confusing me at first. And I was like, where did the file go? I literally just saw it there. And yeah, and see there it pulls it, but let's see what is going on our server. Security events. Oh, so we've had 614 events. Let's go see what these are. Yeah, so here we see a lot of stuff. That's just the Windows login success. Yada, yada, yada. Come on, give me some. Give me something cool to look at. Oh, here's some stuff that got. No, those are just parameters. I thought I said prevented. Let's just go back. So this is our machine. Actually, let's go to agents. Let's disconnected, pending, never connected. Cool. That was our last registered event, so we did get a event to come through. Let's there's a compliance score, benchmark. Failed 10 things. Interesting. Wonder what. This is a bunch of cool. Come on, show me these security events here. Somewhere good. Interesting. So this shows most of it is this SCA. All right, here's what we wanted. So just 3 minutes ago, that software protection service successfully did its thing. Right here, again, Windows login success. Everything was good. That's just me logging in. New Windows service created. Don't really know what that was, but yeah, I mean, this must be it. Windows application error event. So I wonder if I can run this quick enough. If we can rock and roll. I don't think I want to turn the firewall off because I'm pretty sure it uses the firewall. Notepad. Okay, open it. Maybe I will just turn the firewall off. I just don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know if it's gonna work. Sorry guys, this is not, again, we're playing with this, it's doing a lot of things. I'm getting alerts. What alert? Here's our type 5 alerts. Scheduled successfully, error event. Audit failure event. Interesting. Interesting. Wonder what I can get in events. Oh, this is where it's just a whole mess of things. And I don't, but it's obviously doing a lot of cool things. I need to, all right, I'm gonna try to turn firewall off here. Let's just do it. Windows Defender firewall. Let's turn it off. Sorry about that. Let's turn everything off. Let's turn it off. Okay. Let's try this one more time. Again, I don't know if I'm going to get anything because I think it uses the firewall. I mean, come on, just open this. I don't really know how this virus works. Maybe that's my mistake. But I can't get the turn. Maybe I can deter it now that firewall's off. No, it's still getting blocked somewhere. Well, guys, we see that it is doing things. We're picking up stuff, and we're learning a lot. But yeah, I think it's just one of those things you got to come in and you got to play with, and you got to learn more about it. And that's what we're going to do and continue to do. But anyway, that's how you install Huzah on the back end of, I'm going to call it the back end of things, aka getting it set up on the server, indexer, and dashboard side of things, making sure that all works smoothly. It gives you this pretty thing right here with all this data, and then getting it pushed onto an endpoint. So with that being done, I'm going to end the video here. After this, I'm going to go ahead and turn the firewall back on, maybe play around with it a little bit more today, but you've seen it. You've seen it installed. We've seen it used. Haven't got to use it successfully, but we're going to figure out how to get some malware on here and how to play with those security events and see what we can do. So expect that video coming one day. But I hope you all enjoy learning more about a SIEM, learning more about Huzah, and you know, we're going to keep getting better every day. That's what we did today. We learned a lot, learned it on the fly, learned it together. And so I hope you all have a wonderful day. See you soon. Keep getting better.